So good evening everybody. How are you all doing? Okay, nice. So firstly, I just want to know what was the thing which came to your mind when you heard about the word current affairs classes? Yeah, especially with respect to prelims. Or what is that thing which comes to your mind when you hear the word current affairs? Exclusively for prelims.
Events and issues.
Events and issues, okay.
It's better to listen towards class. Reading and time is
Okay, so it's better to listen to 2 hours class rather than reading the newspaper. Okay. Okay, online students also please keep on responding because I want my classes to be interactive in nature. I want to know what you're thinking. Okay. So, okay, tell me, is a sentence correct? UPSC preparation is entirely about current affairs. No? Okay. Next statement. Current affairs are the first thing to study for UPSC.
some areas.
Okay, some areas should be given the priority in reading current affairs. Okay, online students, please respond.
I think you have to remove the issue which is conducted with the subjects where we
Okay, okay. So it is true that UPSC preparation is incomplete without current affairs. But at the same time, it is also true that UPSC preparation, current affairs are not the first things to study in UPSC. That means you should draw a line or you should have that balance in mind when preparing for current affairs. That means everything in news is not for you. Everything in news is not for UPSC. Everything in news is not for prelims. Everything in news is not for mains. Everything in news is not for interview. So in current affairs or when it comes to current affairs, you should clearly know which aspect of current affairs is important for which stage of your preparation of UPSC. Okay, so it is true that UPSC preparation is incomplete without knowing current affairs, and it is not true that current affairs are the first things to go for UPSC. For example, if any student has started preparing for UPSC, it's not correct to take out the newspaper immediately and to know the current events. It's not about that. Okay, so the basic foundation should be there, and UPSC in recent times is asking more from the static part but relating to current affairs. Okay, yeah, can anybody tell me how many questions do we get roughly in prelims from current affairs? 10 to 15. Okay.
In last year, the questions was 30 questions in current affairs.
30 questions directly from current affairs?
Linked with subjects.
Linked to the subjects. Yes, online students, please respond. Okay, Vikas says more than 25, Zabar says 10 to 15 these days. Yes, so we get around 10 to 15 or 15 to 20 direct questions from current affairs, but the rest of the questions are indirectly linked with current affairs. Rest of the questions in the sense, you can take around, see the way you take 15 to 20 for direct current affairs, you can take 15 to 20 direct from static, but the rest of the questions are linked with both current affairs as well as static. So that is the reason I am telling you, you should know to draw a line or to arrive at a balance while you prepare for current affairs. So you should not totally rely on current affairs, you should not totally rely on static. There should be a balance and you should clearly know what to read. Okay, yes, Vikas, mixed questions. Yeah, so the one more common doubt in students' mind, how many months should we prepare for current affairs? Yes, what is the ideal answer? I just want to know from you all. Okay, what do you think is the ideal number of months? 1.5 years. Okay, even you go with the same thing? Okay. Okay, so Deepti, every day? Okay. Okay, if you're reading every day, so Deepti, ideally for how many previous months you should revise current affairs? Vikas, 3 to 4 months. Is that fine, Vikas? No, I'm not asking you how many months you're going to put for current affairs preparation. I'm asking you how many months of current affairs you should prepare. 12 to 15 months. Okay, so 1 year to somewhat more than a year. Yes, actually, ideally, 1 year before you give your exam, before you take your prelims exam, 1 year of current affairs is actually sufficient for you to clear prelims. But you should know to revise them. Studying 1 year current affairs is different, but revising them is the most important aspect because current affairs is always dynamic. It keeps on changing. Every point keeps on changing. It's dynamic. So you have to remember the facts more and you have to revise more. Okay. I gave an ideal answer, ma'am. Revision maybe 3 to 4 minutes. Okay. Yeah, ideally you have to read newspapers every day. That's what Sudipti is saying. Okay. Yes. So one more question. Is it important to make notes from the monthly magazines? I repeat my question. Is it important or is it compulsory to make notes from monthly magazines? Okay. Ajay says no. Karnakar says yes. Vishal says no. Sorry, Vishwa says no. Yes. See, first of all, you should read the newspaper first. But you can't keep the collection of newspapers of every day in your room. It will pile up, right? And you can't keep on reading it. So even after reading the newspaper every day, you will rely on a monthly magazine. There are many people working effectively to come up with monthly magazines. They are making your work easier, right? So it's like they are already making notes of current affairs. And again, why should you make notes from the magazine? Don't you think that is going to waste your time? You should know how to effectively make use of that monthly magazine. But making notes out of the magazine may not be ideal for everybody. If your way of preparation is putting up the magazine beside you and writing short notes from it in a single paper, like how you prepare those chits for BTech exams, right? You do that, right? You prepare chits for BTech exams by writing with small letters. If you're that kind of a person, then it is fine. If you think that will make your revision easy, then it is fine. But it's okay even if you don't make notes from current affairs magazines. Okay, if you want, you make extra notes in the space available in the magazine. But don't go or don't waste your time. Instead, revise the magazine, underline it, highlight it. I'll tell you how we are going to see the highlighting part in our current affairs magazines. All my previous students know how I usually highlight the material. Okay, that is going to help you a lot. It's really going to be like a beautiful tip for you even while revising. Okay, so it is not essential to make notes from magazine. Okay, yeah. Then one more question. So Deepthi, yes ma'am, but not necessarily. Yes, because you're right. No, cause they already have some static portion. Okay. No, not like that, Sudipti. Yeah. So how many times should current affairs be revised? Answer this to me. How many times should current affairs be revised? Ideally 3 times. Do you really do it, Vishwa? Yeah.
It is based on demand of the topic that appear in daily news.
Demand of the topic. So in the monthly magazine, you're obviously going to get those aspects which are important from the news point of view.
Those the news which are coming daily.
Okay. So you want to revise those which are coming repeatedly. Okay. Yes, online students. Because until we have them on our fingertips, are you sure? Because you really have all the current affairs on your fingertips. No, that is not practically possible, right? See, some aspects you should have on your fingertips. Like if you take the member countries or anything regarding the confusing aspects, whichever is confusing you from geographical point of view, those things you have to have it on your fingertips. But you can't have the entire current affairs on your fingertips. Okay? Yeah. So see, ideally, you read the current. If at all you're following you're following any magazine, okay, you just study it for once. Then, when you study it for the first time, you're going to highlight it or underline it or write some extra information the way I'm going to tell you. Then you have to revise it later at least once before you give any current affairs test. Revise at least once. And whenever you find time, you keep on checking it. It's not that you should have it on your fingertips, but it's that you should have the knowledge of that topic. So if you keep on checking it, then psychologically that will be stored in your mind. And in the exam hall, you will recollect that paper. This is really true. You will recollect that paper, you will recollect some information related to it. You may not recollect the exact information because all of us are human beings, so we can't recollect everything as it is. Okay, so keep on seeing it whenever you find time, right? So even if we say 2 to 3 times, it may sometimes not be sufficient for specific topics which you should keep on seeing. That is the reason after studying for once, you revise it again, and the topics which you feel tougher, you should keep on seeing them again and again. Okay. Yes, Zabar, I don't know, ma'am. Questions are very out of box. Like, no, Zabar. See, you're talking about exceptions. Yes, UPSC is asking out of the box questions, but those are exceptions. It's not that among 100 questions, 20 questions are out of the box. No, just around 4 to 5 questions are out of the box. So don't think about those 4 to 5 questions. You still have 95 to 96 questions to answer. Don't blame UPSC that it is giving all the questions out of the box. No, it won't do like that. Okay? Yeah. Now, the main question. What is the best way to prepare for current affairs? Yes, I want many responses offline as well as online. What is the best way to prepare for current affairs? Current affairs, it can be anything. The best way to prepare for current affairs. Okay, follow an institutions.
Institution coaching regarding that.
Okay, so following institution. Okay. Okay. So Ajay says newspaper plus yearly compilation. Yearly compilation, Ajay? Hrithik, yearly compilation and test series. Okay, even Hrithik wants to go with yearly compilation. Yes?
Daily newspaper, not like the daily 1 hour, 1.5 hour daily newspaper. Instead of that, following magazine recommended by the mentor whom we follow, monthly magazine. Okay, so daily newspaper followed by monthly magazine. Okay. Okay, Vikas says, ma'am, your guidance. Okay, Vikas. Okay, Vikas, we'll see. We'll meet tomorrow. Come to the academy and meet me tomorrow, Vikas. I really want to see you. Yeah. Next. Okay, if you're saying that reading newspaper will be part of best way of current affairs, then do you think that the students who don't follow newspaper regularly are going to fail in prelims? They will develop their own way. Own way. So what I'm trying to say is there is no best way to prepare for current affairs. All you need to have is the knowledge about current affairs and the topics which UPSC is asking. Okay, and how are you going to have this knowledge about current affairs? Reading newspaper will be part of your routine, but you will skip it because it is part of your routine, and we as humans tend to skip our routine. Right? So putting that aside, follow any institution's monthly magazine, one monthly magazine which you feel is fine. Don't listen to your friends. Somebody is saying one institute material, or one of your friends is saying don't go for this material. No, you choose it yourself. You see at least 1 month of current affairs from any other institute, and then see if it is relating to you, to your mindset, and if it is giving you that eye-friendly look inside the book. Okay. After that, the way Hrithik is saying, you have to do the test series. Okay, it can be an exclusive test series or exclusive tests on current affairs, or while you do the other subject test series also, you will have some questions related to current affairs. Okay, now when I'm saying do the test series related to current affairs, I will give you a beautiful tip. Please write this tip down in your notebook, and that is, whenever you see any current affairs question in other test series, suppose when you're giving a polity test and you come across a random current affairs question, write down that question in your notebook. Put a separate notebook for test series current affairs. I repeat, put a separate notebook for test series current affairs, and put that book beside you whenever you analyze the tests. You take any test of any institute, definitely you're going to analyze it. So while analyzing it, whenever you come across a unique question regarding current affairs, write down that question and as well as answer in your notebook. This is going to help you immensely, and don't leave that notebook like that. You have to keep on revising it. That is regarding current affairs. So reading newspaper, but even if you don't read the newspaper, follow a monthly magazine or yearly compilation, the way Ajay as well as Hrithik were saying, and then do a test series. But after doing the test series, do this thing of making notes. Okay, fine. Yes. Now, yeah. So now Coming to our program, the current affairs program taken by me is part of our Prelims Amplifier, which is a comprehensive program which includes test series. Test series has already begun and students are really liking the test here. The students are here and they're also liking the test discussions. I've been receiving many messages from students that they are liking the test discussions, and irrespective of the duration of the class, even today morning I received a message from a student. She's saying that, ma'am, even the class, if it is for 2.5 hours to 3 hours, I'm not feeling bored. I think she's in the class now. So yes, so test discussions, and as all of you know, our test series is having the unique aspect, unique schedule, which has the high probable areas which appear in the UPSC prelims. Okay, then 16 months of current affairs classes with highlighted and value-added material. I'll show you how I'm going to highlight the material and how I'm going to add some value to the material. Okay, and we are going to deal with January 2023 to April 2024, and these current affairs classes will be followed by current affairs test. For example, if we are completing the magazines of January and February 2023, it will be followed by a test on January and February 2023 magazine. Okay, yeah, so we also have exclusive sessions on CSAT, and we are beginning our CSAT sessions after Sankranti. Okay, mostly on 20th or 21st of January, we will be beginning our CSAT sessions. Okay, and CSAT sessions will be taken by me as well as an IITN. Okay, I'm going to introduce that person when we begin our CSAT sessions, and it is going to be a sure shot success for CSAT, because my students know how I deal with CSAT, and surely they will clear CSAT. Okay, you need not worry about that. And I'm also planning to bring some civil servants to motivate you, if it is possible, offline plus online or only online. Okay, yeah. So these are just the details about the programs. Test series about the high quality areas. Yes. Now, as this class is about the current affairs, see. Obviously, most trusted current affairs expert faculty. This is not an exaggeration, because students have earned this name from the students. Okay, yeah. So we will be having weekly 3 classes of 2 hours duration. For example, if from tomorrow we are going to start the monthly magazine of January, we will complete all the articles of January month in 3 days. If at all the discussion takes some more time, or if at all the students need some more aspects, then it may extend to 4 days. Okay, so weekly 3 or maximum 4 days you will be having your current affairs classes. I'm planning to take these classes in the morning from 10:30 to 12:30. 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Okay, yes, complete coverage of current affairs. You need not have any doubt regarding this. Then highlighted material. I told you, right? I'll show you. I'm going to make your work easier. You are going to get the direct material, and that is going to be from FemPower. I'm really happy to tell you all this thing, that we are coming up with our own current affairs magazine. And yesterday while I was preparing this, I felt extremely proud. I really felt extremely proud, because that is really going to help all of you a lot. Okay, yeah. So value addition will be done by me only. Highly interactive classes, the way we are seeing now. I interact with offline as well as online students, right? Tips and tricks. And yes, the test discussion classes, students are already seeing the type of tips and tricks I'm giving you all in classes. So this will continue in the current affairs class also. Elimination techniques also. See, you should not depend on elimination techniques. This is what I keep on telling you, right? But there are some aspects where you can eliminate. We should know those aspects also. Okay, we'll be discussing those. Yes, proof. I have given the proof also. I hope the students have gone through the messages. I have posted the screenshots of students, right? Messages, screenshots of students. So you can just go through them. Those are the direct messages of students with happiness. They cleared prelims with my guidance. They cleared CSAT with my guidance. So I have posted those. You can see them later. Yeah, this is the questions usually students come up with. This is the feedback I was talking about. All these are genuine messages, and I save these messages because all these are very, very valuable for me. Very valuable for me. You can't even imagine how these messages make me feel happier.
It's so interesting for early morning with higher class.
Okay. What Karnakar?
My 5 a.m. motivation, you posted that messages in that group.
Yes.
Learn one concept every day. Our concept can be missing.
Oh. So Karunakar is saying that we have this Learn One Concept initiative on a Telegram channel. So he finds my 5 a.m. motivation interesting more than the Learn One Concept initiative. Yeah, so I wake up at 5 a.m. My day starts at 5 a.m. So this is what your messages, your success is a strong motivation factor for me. So that is the reason I thought of posting it every morning. Because see, what will I do if I keep those messages to myself and keep happy, stay happy? I want you all to know, because you can relate this to yourself, right? Yeah. See, thank you so much for Gati sessions. Actually, 2 years ago, I have taken the current affairs initiative with the name Gati, and now also have many students from that Gati initiative. They are waiting for these current affairs sessions to begin. Okay, yeah. So many things we discussed came in exam. This was told by one of the students. Yeah. So after I post this file, you can just go through this. These are very interesting messages. Yeah. So now I'm going to tell you how my classes are going to be. This is going to be like a small demonstration for you to know that in what way you are going to arrive, or in what path you are going to travel for this current affairs classes. Okay, yeah. These are the 2 years ago I have taken current affairs classes from Vision IAS magazine, because to maintain that uniformity among the students, all the students will be having Vision IAS magazine, right? So I was not promoting Vision IAS obviously, but to maintain that uniformity, so I was highlighting the magazine of Vision IAS. I was making value addition to it and sending the file to the students. And students really read only that highlighted part. So you need not read other parts. You can totally rely on what I highlighted. Okay. So these are the things which I took. Now see, I'll show you how my current affairs classes are going to be. Now this is about, see, nuclear power plants in India. Some students will find it confusing to remember the places of nuclear power plants. So how did I tell them to remember? Now, Modi Kaka, Kakrapur. So Modi, Kakrapur nuclear plant is in Gujarat. So remember Modi Kaka, which is Kakrapur, Gujarat. Okay. Tarapur atomic power station is in Maharashtra. Now how are you going to remember this? See, we see many Bollywood movies and heroine's name is Tara. So Bollywood movies, Mumbai, Tara, Maharashtra. Then we have this Kaiga generating station in Karnataka. So Karna Kaiga. Then Kudankulam, Tamil Nadu. See, Kudan, TN. There will be some students who will be confused between Kerala and Tamil Nadu here. Okay. Kudan, remember, stress this N, Tamil Nadu N. You need this for prelims. Now if I ask you, where is Kakrapur? Gujarat. So you will never forget it, even if I wake you up and ask you, right? Yeah. So this is one aspect. Now see, Shanghai Cooperation of India. See, usually whenever you see the headquarters, whenever you see the question asking for headquarters of Shanghai, as it is Shanghai, the first option will be Shanghai and you'll keep it as Shanghai. Whereas the headquarters of Shanghai Cooperation Organization is not Shanghai, it is Beijing. So in my classes, if there are anything of this sort, I am going to tell you by mentioning not Shanghai. So you need not remember it is Beijing, but you should definitely remember that it is not Shanghai. I am going to emphasize on this aspect. Okay. Yeah. Now you can see this yellow color, pink color, and gradually you can also see orange color, green color, right? There is a meaning why I use this color for different aspects. Yellow color is given to some set of lines. Pink color, I highlight the things with pink color for some set of lines. Orange for some set, yellow for, green for some set, and blue for some set. And this will be known only to the students of my classes. Okay, so now I'm not going to reveal it because this is an open session. So the students who are part of this program only will be knowing the actual meaning of these colors. Because I have been doing this from my MBBS days. And all my friends used to be really surprised to see my notebooks and the way I remember by making use of different colors. I used to hold all the 4 colors in my hands like this. In my left hand, I used to hold 4 colors and then take yellow, pink, orange, blue. It's a very interesting way, and you need not make notes if you follow this, because this itself is like a notes. Okay, yeah. Now see here, SCO holds a degree of influence that is greater in terms of land mass than NATO. If suppose this point is given in your prelims, I am sure you will mark it as wrong, because of the one more powerful organization, NATO. So I am going to help you with such statements also. I am going to emphasize on such statements that don't fall trap here. Don't fall into trap here. Okay. Yeah. Now see here. This is about ethanol blending program. So I am also giving you all a point that chemical formula of ethanol and bioethanol are same. If at all this statement comes up in your prelims, you may feel that no, how can they be the same? Here there is a word called bio. And you'll get into confusion in the exam hall. Okay, so I'm going to emphasize on this aspect, and see here, I'm also giving you about the bioethanol production worldwide. I myself will give you an order, and in our classes we are going to talk at least twice or thrice about this order. So you will not forget this order. And if possible, we are going to come up with a line, with a silly line, the way we came up with Modi Kaka. Okay, for you to remember this ascending order, descending order. Okay, yeah. See here, these are the details of sub-basins of Ganga River Basin. Usually, you may, if you read it like this, if you read it from this point, you will not remember. But I am going to make it easier for you by giving you an order here, and see what I did here. So what am I doing here? I am eliminating it now only in the class. And if you find Yamuna in the options, without seeing it twice, you can eliminate that option. Understood? Yes. This is the first five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First five. The areas of the first 5 river basins in the descending order. So in the descending order, you may think that Ganga, Yamuna, right? So you'll feel that Yamuna might be in the top 5, but there is no Yamuna in the top 5. I'm going to help you like this also. Then see here, Glacial Lake Atlas. Tell me which ministry takes care of Glacial Lake Atlas? Obviously the answer is given here. So not Environment Ministry but Jal Shakti Ministry. Because see, Glacial Lake, Ganga River Basin, whenever you see this, you feel that environmental pollution, so environment is taking care of it. Namami Gange program, all these aspects. So you'll be confused between the ministries, whereas this is not under Environment Ministry but Jal Shakti Ministry. Now you may feel that, ma'am, there is lake, so obviously Jal Shakti. But in the exam hall, I'm talking about your mindset in exam hall. Okay, so I'm also going to stress that this word seems like it belongs to Environment Ministry, but it actually comes under Jal Shakti Ministry. Okay, yes. Now see here, gross enrollment ratio. I'm going to come up with such aspects and help you. And see here, see, this is share of foreign students in India. Okay, the like students come more from Nepal, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Sudan, Bhutan. This is the descending order. And see here, NAB-SB. Remember NAB-SB. So I am going to help you with such order, and I am going to come up with such terms which I am going to emphasize in the class for you to remember. Okay? Yeah, see here. Now, suddenly, prelims in UPSC prelims, you see a question like, what is rice? R-I-S-E. What is rice? All of a sudden, you may not recollect it. So, how are you going to remember it? See. Rise in education. So, you have to rise in education. Remember the line rise in education. So this belongs to education sector. If you know the full form of rise, it's okay. Revitalizing infrastructure and systems and education is fine. But if you can't recollect the word that it belongs to education, remember the phrase rise in education. Okay? Yeah. So I'm going to help you with this also. And I'm also going to give you the extra value addition, where National Assessment and Accreditation Council accredits colleges, universities, whereas National Board of Accreditation accredits technical programs like engineering and management. So what will UPSC do? It will crisscross. We are going to discuss such aspects also, wherever there is possibility of UPSC to confuse you. Okay? Yeah. Now see here. Okay, you tell me Which ministry actually takes care of Toykathon? Think and tell me, online students. Toykathon. Think and tell me. Which ministry do you think? Huh? Huh? Sorry? Ministry of Education. Why?
It is about educating our indigenous girls.
Okay. Educating about indigenous toys. Zabar says Ministry of Culture. Hrithik says MSME. Ministry of Education from offline students. Yes. So, yes, whenever you see the word of toys, you'll think about those images in your culture book and you'll go with Ministry of Culture. Or you'll think that toys come under this small and medium scale industries, so let me go with MSME. Whereas, no, this is taken care by Ministry of Education, the way Ganesh says. So, we are going to discuss such aspects also. Okay, so this actually comes under Ministry of Education. Now see here, see this interesting aspect. These are the toy manufacturing clusters. Now see, these are the names in Punjab of different toys. Now, for example, if UPSC says the word Guggu, what is Guggu? Guggu is a rattle box for babies. Guggu is a rattle box for babies. So how are you going to remember this? Guggu kid. We usually have this pet names. So remember a pet name Guggu for a kid. So obviously kids play with the rattle box. So that is that particular toy. Okay, next see Chankana, a toy with a whistle. That is in Punjab. So how are you going to remember Chankana? Just Khan, listen. Chankana, Khan, ear. So listen. So it is a whistle. You will listen to the whistle. So Khan, whistle. Next, lattu, spinning top. Lattu, remember it as laddu. And what is laddu? It is round in shape, so you can spin it. So laddu spin. So lattu, spinning top. Then hand wash, kitchen set. So hand wash in kitchen. Hand wash kitchen. Remember hand wash in kitchen. This is how our classes are going to be. So that's why I told you. While revising also, it will be very, very easy, right? Now see here, this is one more important tip I want to tell you. Never remember the country M for Myanmar. No. Why? Tell me. Why I am telling you this? Huh? Maldives, Mauritius. See, if at all you come up with a code and the code has letter M in it. So, you will make a mistake there. Right? Because you have Maldives, you have Mauritius. Okay? So, always remember the old name of Myanmar, Burma. Please take this as a point because I used to make a mistake when I was preparing. So, I came up with this and this really helped me a lot. Okay? Yeah. So, see here, BIMSTEC. BIMSTEC easy. How are you going to remember the countries? BIMS ST is same. Instead of BIMS ST, remember? BIBS ST. What is this B for? Burma, which is Myanmar. Then instead of EC, you can just come up with NB. Now what is NB here? Yes. All the surrounding countries of India, which has Nepal and Bhutan. So in the place of EC, place NB, Nepal and Bhutan. Okay. Whereas this you already know because this itself starts with Bay of Bengal. So Bengal. Okay. Yeah. See here. Some students know this. Yeah. Now, suddenly UPSC comes up with a term called Talim. Talim. And you don't know what this is. Right? So, I told my students to remember it like Kashmiri Talim, Hyderabadi Halim. Okay? Kashmiri Talim like Hyderabadi Halim. So, Hyderabadi Halim you'll remember. So, as it is sounding the same way, you'll remember it like Kashmiri Talim. Okay, now you know that Talim belongs to Kashmir. But what is this Talim? So remember eating thali on Kashmiri carpets. So imagine you're sitting on a Kashmiri carpet and eating thali. You know thali, right? Eating thali. So thali is something related with carpets in Kashmir. You'll never forget this. Okay? This is how our... Now see, one more thing. You can also remember it as Kashmir carpets are tall. Tall, talim. What are tall? Kashmiri carpets. Right? See the next aspect. Karevas are also called as vadar or vudar. Telugu students, they usually call this dish vada. Vada. So remember using curry leaves in vada. Vada. So curry leaf vada, karevas vada or vadar. Understood? So this is how you'll remember the sounding. For prelims, this is what you need, remembering the soundings. Yeah. Now see, even if we take about these aspects also, see, SAR countries are similar to SASEP countries, similar to SAVEN countries, similar to MD NIBS AP. MD is for Maldives. So remember Maldives as Mohammed, MD. MD. So whenever you come up with any line to remember the countries, always place MD for Maldives. The way we did for Burma. Okay. So MD NIBS AP. Now you can decode this yourself. Okay. So I am going to help you with all these things. And see this term here. Burma is there only in ASEAN, Mekong, BIMSTEC, SASEC. If you remember this point, if at all you get any other aspect, SASEC, SAVEN, there is no Burma. Understood? So Burma is there only in these particular organizations. I'm going to help you with this also. So elimination will become very, very easy for you. Okay? Yeah. See, I written here, instead of EC, substitute Nepal and Bhutan. Yeah, see here, priority sector lending. So we have certain areas in priority sector lending. Now how are you going to remember this? Ramisho. What is Ramisho? Renewable energy, agriculture, M for MSME, E for education, E for export credit, S for social infrastructure, H for housing, O for others. Obviously, others will also be there. So it is when UPSC comes up with only, it is not only, it has other aspects also. So it is Ramisho. You know, we have this UPSC syllabus. We don't have a specific syllabus for UPSC. For every subject, we have etc. Then that etc. word can be anything and everything under the sky. That is UPSC. Similarly, you should not ignore the word others when it comes to UPSC. Okay. So it is Ramisho for priority sector lending area. So you will not forget this also. Now see here, MSME classification. I know most of the students get confused with the investment for MSMEs as well as the turnover for MSMEs. Now I'll tell you how I'll make it easy for you. Just remember micro, small and medium. Micro, small and medium. So 1 crore less than 1 crore investment, less than 5 crore turnover. So 1 and 5 you have to remember. Then for small, you just multiply it into 10. 1 into 10, 10 crore, 5 into 10, 50 crore. Multiply into 10, that becomes your small. Then multiply into 2, 10 into 2, 20, 50 into 2, 100. Simple, you need not remember, okay, which is 50 crore, which is 100 crore. No, just remember this order, 1, 5 into 10 into 2. Yeah, so this is totally out of the box, but I'll tell you how I'm working hard for you. Now, this particular line says the shareholders agreement on JV, joint venture to manufacture this particular helicopters in India. KA 22060. Now, UPSC will suddenly give you just what is KA 22060. Now, see how I have derived it. 226 helicopters, HSC, 226 High Court writs of polity. Article 226. Yes? High Court's writs, HSC. Article 226, helicopters, HSC. You will not forget this at all. Okay? Yeah. Now, Nishta. Now, this is a repeated question asked by UPSC. Now, you don't know what Nishta is. Just remember the name of the teacher is Nishita. Remember, Nishita teacher is my favorite teacher. So, it is a teacher training program. That's it. Yeah, see here. One more confusing aspect from economy point of view for all the students. You will be confused what is bond yield, what will happen to bond price when bond yield is given, what will happen to interest rate. Okay, so just to remember, bond yield versus interest rate is directly proportional. That means by die. What is by die? Bond yield, interest rate, interest rate is directly proportional. Understood? So B is for bond yield, I for interest rate, buy, die. So if you remember this particular concept, you can solve a lot of questions. Okay, buy, die. Bond yielding, interest rate, they are directly proportional. Yeah, see here, this is one more aspect. Actually, I'll show you a statement. While I was taking the classes, all the students will be very much interested. Please don't post other links in this Telegram group. This is a genuine request from my side. Outside students, please don't post other links in this chat box. Yeah. So the students also will participate very, very actively, and I'll give students also a chance to come up with some lines. So when I ask the students to come up with some line for Pangata Manipur, I'll tell you what those students has come up with. Read this. Tante Manipurlo Padatam. This is for Telugu students, right? So you just hit me and I'll go and fall in Manipur. This was given by one of the students. So I just mentioned that also. Okay, so you'll never forget this. Tangta Manipur. Right? And then coin sounds like tung. This was given by another student. Coin, if you just make the sound, if you just make the coin on the table, it makes a sound like tung. So coin tung. Coin is money. So tangta Manipur. Okay, this is how our classes are going to be. Now see this, for all the endangered species, critically endangered species, are you seeing the videos posted on FemPower channel? Right, you're seeing it, very good. So every day we are posting 1 minute video of, we are completed with critically endangered series. We have started with endangered series. So watch that. Just spend around 1 minute of your time to watch it. At least those images will be registered in your mind. Okay, so you'll remember which is critically endangered, which is endangered, and if there is any specific point related to these species. Okay, and in our classes also, every time we come across any animal, any species, we are going to emphasize on its IUCN status. Every time. Okay, so if we do it repeatedly, you will not forget it. Okay, so see here, Indian bison endangered. See, when we are talking about Indian gavar, we are also talking about Indian bison, which is vulnerable. Golden langur is endangered. So all the times I'm going to tell you. Yeah, even this about the national parks of our states. We are going to come up with a line for you to remember the order. Okay, from east to west, west to east, or north to south, or south to north. We are going to do this for the national parks. Okay, yeah. Now see here, Awas Yojana. Now many students will be confused by taking this year as 2024, because earlier we had many schemes where the target year is 2024. The target year was 2024. Obviously we have entered 2024, but we don't know how much it has been done. So for such aspects, Pakka house to all by 2022 and not 2024. Just because this is an odd one out. So how are you going to remember this? Pakka, CC, double C, 2222. Simple. So Awas Yojana, Pakka house to all by 2022. It is not 24, because we have many schemes where the target year is 2024. Okay, I'm going to emphasize on these also. Yeah, see here. What is SAFAR? Tell me, what is SAFAR?
Air quality management.
Okay. Given by which ministry? Sakshi, that was for non-Telugu students. Which one, Sakshi? Coin one. Yeah, Sakshi was part of my current affairs initiative. Even she was actively involving. She's not a Telugu student. Yeah, Sakshi, that coin one was for you, right? Yeah. Tell me, what is SAFAR? Under which ministry does it come? SAFAR?
Ministry of Health Sciences.
How? SAFAR, how are you relating it to Ministry of Earth Sciences? And you told me that it's about pollution. So why can't it be under Ministry of Environment? What is SAFAR online students? And which ministry takes care of it? System of Air Quality and Weather Forecasting and Research. Okay, SAFAR. Sorry, Zabar. Ministry of Earth Sciences. Yeah. So how are you going to remember it? How are you going to remember it? See, okay, if you know it, you know it. But what about those students who can't remember it? Okay, so just remember that Somebody, you just give a random name like Ram or Sham. Ram is suffering from air pollution, or Ram is suffering after getting exposed to air pollution. That's it. So suffer, pollution, air pollution. So it is something regarding air quality. Okay, and well, like which ministry? Usually students will go wrong here, because as we are talking about air quality, it automatically directs to Ministry of Environment, whereas it is Ministry of Earth Sciences, the way you said. So how you should remember it? You suffer on earth. All of us are suffering on earth.
People on earth are suffering.
People on earth. Why do you want to go with people when you are also one among them? So just say, I am suffering on earth, or you are suffering on earth, rather than going to people. Okay? That's it. You will never forget this. Or Ram is suffering after getting exposed to air pollution on earth. Okay? So we are going to come up with such aspects. Yeah. Clear? Understood? And one more important and unique thing which all my previous students know. In these classes, like students are going to be part of these classes, should have at least 2 separate 200 pages notebook. Okay? So when we begin our classes from tomorrow, I want all the students to have 2 separate notebooks, 200 pages separate notebooks, and I am going to tell you how to use that notebook effectively. For example, to give you an example, you are going to put the heading as committees in one page, on one page. You are going to leave 4 pages. And on the next page, I mean after 4 pages, you are going to put the heading as World Bank. You are going to leave 4 pages. After 4 pages, you are going to put the heading as World Economic Forum. You are going to leave 4 pages. Then put the heading as India not a signatory of. You are going to leave 4 pages. India not a member of. Leave 4 pages. India's rank. Leave 4 pages. India how largest. Leave 4 pages. That means we usually have India second largest, third largest, fourth largest. Leave 4 pages. Okay? And extreme statements, we usually tend to see like extreme statements are wrong, but we are going to put the heading as extreme statements as correct. Okay, so if at all you get some aspects like only, and if it is correct, you are going to, or I will make you write that point in that page. Extreme statements which are correct. So even if you see only in the exam hall, you should not mark it wrong, because that statement is actually correct despite having only. Understood? And the way we have seen you were confused between the ministries, we are going to put up a heading as confused ministries. Okay? So this is how we are going to come up with, and I need you to carry 200 pages notebook. We are going to have a very good discussion on all the subjects of polity, environment, science and tech, economy. Then geography, then history. Elaborate discussion on history, really? Not an elaborate discussion on history obviously, but on culture. Okay, whichever is important from current affairs point of view. We get very less things from historical point of view, but I am going to help you with the important personalities. A separate page for important personalities, a separate page for newspapers, a separate page for journals. Okay, so you only imagine you are going to have everything at one place. If you are getting any article relating to World Bank, I'll make you write that point under the page of, or under the heading of World Bank, then and there only, while you attend my classes only. So you yourself will have your notes wherever World Bank is involved. We are also going to come up with the specific notes, especially for polity, because in prelims polity, we usually, like I was discussing this in the test discussion of polity, and students have found it really helpful. So polity, your polity preparation should not be straight. Your polity preparation should be reverse. That means, if don't remember those things which are in the constitution, remember those things which are not included in the constitution. So come from the opposite side for polity. Even these aspects we are going to discuss. Okay, and specific terms
See, you know specific terms for ancient India, medieval India, modern India, which UPSC is asking, but we will also have specific terms for current affairs. We are going to put a separate heading for that, and whenever we come across those terms in the class, we are going to, I'll make you write there only. Okay? And yes, and one more thing, I repeat, we are not going to follow any other institution's material. We are coming up with our own material, FemPower IAS material, and I'm going to show you the material now. This is clear, right? This is the schedule of the test series. And yeah, I just want to clarify one thing to all the students as well as those who are part of my amplifier program. The test dates for current affairs will be changed because we didn't start the current affairs yet. So see, test 4 should be on 9th Jan as we didn't begin the current affairs classes. So the rest of the test dates will be same. Test 5 will be on 12th only. Test 6 will be on 16th only. But when it comes to current affairs, this date will be changed. I mean, this particular day, you will be having the first current affairs test. Clear? I'll clarify that later in the amplifier group. So just go through the test. CSAT test, obviously, on 26th Jan, you are going to have your first CSAT test. And before that only, we are going to begin our CSAT classes. So this is the schedule. It's a comprehensive program just for 6,000, and I'm giving discount also. All the CSAT tests will be full length test for 80 questions. It's not sectional wise test. Yeah, see, we have full length test also. This is another feedback messages from the students. Yeah, this is the fee structure. Full course, entire test series plus discussion, current affairs program, only current affairs, it is 2,000 including the test series. If you want only discussion classes, it is for 1,500. If you want current affairs test series plus discussion classes, it is for 2,000. So we have only for full length, and for CSAT, it is 2,000. Yeah, here are the details given here. Yes, you can also download our app for the content. I'm planning very, very good content on our app. So please download FemPower IAS application. Yeah, so I'll show you our material. Proudly presenting the monthly magazine of FemPower IAS. Thank you. So obviously you can just tap on this to go to that link. So a proper index where you can find all the topics. So I'm mixing geography, environment and DM, okay, where the topics will be interrelated. And I'm not dumping in the material in a current affairs magazine. Okay, I'm coming up with those aspects which are essential and important. I'm not dumping the aspects. For example, if I give some aspects in January, I'm not dumping the same aspects in February. Okay, that should not happen to the students. Yeah. So this is the index, and yeah, see this. And one more thing I want to tell you, don't get scared by seeing the number of pages, because I'm not giving the content in a complex form or compact form. It is very, very reader friendly for you. Okay, very reader friendly. It's like Aram se. You can Aram se read this thing, and I'm giving a lot of images. So the number of pages is mainly because of number of images, and your preparation will be effective if you prepare with the images, right? So I thought of starting with the science and technology. So let's discuss this first article. So I'm also giving the, see here, I'm giving the topic name very, very clearly in a different way, and also the paper to which this particular topic belongs to. Okay. So see here, for all the topics I'm coming up like this, by giving you all a bigger picture of the topic as well as the like under which heading of the syllabus that topic comes. Now see here, this is a smart program for Ayurveda professionals to boost R&D in Ayurveda in the country. Now UPSC will suddenly give you the term of smart. How are you going to remember it? Tell me. Smart can be anything. It can be education, it can be skill. So you come up with something to remember smart.
It is common to use herbal products in Ayurveda for ways to get more glowing appearance.
Okay. Okay, so offline student here has given an interesting aspect to remember smart. So he says that we need all olden techniques or Ayurvedic techniques to become smart, to apply those aspects on our face to become smart. So that is how you remember this. So Sudipti says, if you want Ayu life, you need to be smart. See how innovative look you're coming up with. So if you want Ayu, that means life, you need to be smart. Right? Simply smart Ayurveda. Also, you can remember it simple. You can make it simple. Okay, understood. So, what is a smart program now? Smart. You should be smart enough to come up with innovation in Ayurveda. So, smart people will have those creative thoughts, innovative thoughts. So, smart is for promoting innovation. Innovation in what? In research. This you have to remember. Okay, research in Ayurveda. That means in healthcare. So this smart initiative is for that. Okay, understood this? Yeah. And it is given by whom? This also you should remember. It is given by National Commission for Indian System of Medicine and Central Council for Research in Ayurvedic Sciences, because we are dealing with research Ayurveda. So research in Ayurvedic Sciences and National Commission. We are going to discuss about National Commission also very quickly. So Indian System of Medicine. So Indian System of Medicine includes everything under National Commission. So that is the reason both of them are combining to come up with a program called as SMART. So both of them are SMART. Okay? Yeah. Then see here. This is for clinical research in Ayurveda. Please remember this term. Yeah, I'll just give you all a clue. Like you can, the students who are not going to be part of my program also, they'll understand. I use pink color for very important lines which you should not skip at all. Okay, I use pink color for those lines which are very important. So if you open a page of my document and wherever you find the pink line, it means that you should never skip it. Okay, even if you have 1 minute time, go through those lines which are in pink color in that 1 minute time. That is the essence of me marking things in pink. So this is very important to know that it is done by both for clinical research in Ayurveda. So it is going to transform. Now see, it has a potential to transform. Now if at all you get this question in prelims, you may think that why it will have the potential to transform it? Because you will become even more smarter in the exam hall in thinking that okay, it will help, but it may not transform. So I'll put it as a wrong option. Understood? So it is for transforming clinical research in Ayurveda. So it is going to bring that transformational changes. Okay? Yes. So it is for health. Yes. Now this program has healthcare research areas for some designated areas. Okay, and those are osteoarthritis, iron deficiency, anemia. Okay, you just go through this and tell me what could you make out from these examples. I'll see who will answer this. Just go through these areas and tell me. Can you come up with any interpretation?
Lifestyle disease.
Lifestyle diseases. Then next.
Non-communicable.
Non-communicable diseases. Okay. Next. Online students, please respond. Don't stay idle. Sudipti says inside body, like not visible from seeing the person. Then obesity. Obesity, Sudipti, you can easily tell clearly that the person is obese. Yes. So as you are saying, this is non-communicable diseases. Is psoriasis a non-communicable disease? So it is not about non-communicable diseases. Sakshi, new types of health disorders affects all sections. Okay, Sakshi, these are not new types. We have diabetes mellitus ever since. Diseases due to unhealthy habits, non-deadly diseases. Very good, Hrithik, very good. So these are not those diseases which are life-threatening. These can be treated. So some are like non-communicable diseases, some are lifestyle diseases, but they are not so serious diseases which actually cause the
death to the person. Even if you see chronic bronchitis, it won't cause death to the person. It can be treated. Diabetes won't cause death to the person. It is a complication. And if we have any disease accompanied by diabetes, it is severe. It is not life-threatening. With lifestyle changes, diabetes can be reduced. Understood? So see here, generalized anxiety disorder. Here also we are not talking about anything extreme mental disorders. Tell me some extreme mental disorders. Anything related to memory loss? Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, right? So we have just generalized anxiety disorders, and see here, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, because alcoholic liver disease is severe and deadly. It may cause death to the person. So here, there is chance of UPSC to lay a trap by mentioning alcoholic fatty liver disease, and all of you will definitely fall into that trap. Understood? So this is important. Now you will never forget that all these are not so dangerous. They are not deadly. Okay, yes. Yes, Sudipti. Schizophrenia also. Yes, Zabar. Yes, Ritik, Havana syndrome also. Yes, understood? Yeah. Now, who can apply for this? Ayurveda academic institutions. Academic institutions, because we give that research facility to whom? Do we give it to the person? Whoever comes up with an Ayurveda certificate? No, we give it to an institution. So this also you should remember. Then encourage teachers to take up research projects in healthcare areas and create a large database, because we need a database of teachers to have knowledge in this. Okay. Now see here, I have highlighted only some aspects. You can read only these aspects. You can totally ignore which I have not highlighted, because I have not highlighted these aspects here because I told you all that the areas are non-dangerous, are non-deadly. Okay. Yes. Yeah, see here, Ayush. Ayush involves these aspects. Now this is with orange color, and I'll tell only those students tomorrow to which sentences or for which sentence I use orange color, as well as green color and blue color. Okay. Yeah. So Ayush includes these aspects which you have to know. You must know. Okay. And see here, these are lesser cost and growing economic value. So they have diversity and flexibility, accessibility, affordability, broad acceptance by a large section of general public, lesser cost and growing economic value. When you see this, don't you think these both are contrasting aspects? So what can we derive from this? That means these areas have huge potential economically also. We are getting it for lower cost, but they have huge potential for which help in our economic growth of our country. Okay? Yeah. Now, Ayu means life, the way Sudipti said, and Veda means science or knowledge. Ayurveda means the science of life. And Ayurveda, yeah. Now UPSC will give you a question. I told you, you have to remember everything with pink color as compulsory. Now see here, Ayurveda embraces all living things, human and non-human. So all living things. Don't think that Ayurveda is only for us. Okay, don't get confused. Yeah, so we have three types of Ayurveda. Nara Ayurveda, Nara means human. Sattva, Sattva means animals. Vriksha means obviously plant, growth and diseases. So you know Vriksha, but Sattva, how are you going to remember Sattva as animals? Huh? 7 animals. Okay, Sattva, 7 animals. Okay, you can remember it that way. Okay, Sattva is for animals. So if you see Sattva Ayurveda, don't get confused. If at all you don't have any idea about the types of Ayurveda, don't get confused at what is Sattva Ayurveda. I think that's a wrong option which I should eliminate, and I'm a hero here.
Living organisms, non-human organisms means animals and plants. Simple ga gurtuntadi.
No, I'm talking about Sattva, the word Sattva.
Vriksha gurtuntadi, Nara gurtuntadi.
Now, as you're seeing this, you know this. Okay, what if I'm not showing you this, and if I ask you Karunakar, what is Sattva Ayurveda? Will you be able to recollect it? If I ask you what is Vriksha Ayurveda, you will definitely tell me that it is about plants. What if I ask you what is Sattva Ayurveda? Okay, the way Chandana has said, you can remember it as Sattva, 7 animals or 7 animals. Okay, yes. So history of origin of Ayurveda. Yeah. So we have different types of Vedas, right? So material regarding the health and diseases are available in Atharva Veda, but still some aspects of medicinal plants are mentioned in Rig Veda. Okay, yeah. Remember this. Yeah. Now comes a new color, blue. Okay, can anybody guess and tell me, excluding my previous students, because my previous students know for what lines I use blue. At least guess and tell me, why did I use blue here? Huh? History. Okay, one guess is history.
Persons, yes.
Persons. Okay, then history, persons.
Need to remember more.
Need to remember more. Then what is pink for? I'll tell you tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. So you can just go through this. We have Charaka Samhita and Sushruta Samhita. Okay. And we have a Chinese pilgrim Fahen who talked about the healthcare system, and he has written a book. To which empire does he belong to? I mean, he has talked elaborately on Gupta Empire. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll tell you my style of going with the current affairs. Just to show you all this, I've showed you this. But my style of teaching will be like this. I won't be showing you the article while teaching. The page will be like this only. Understood? Yeah, it can be anything. It need not be this. It will be a plain page. Okay. So if at all I start to teach any new article, that article points will not be displayed on the screen, because I want you all to listen to my words, not concentrating on the screen. Okay. Yeah. So now, just because this is my first class, I am just excited to show you all my PDF, my material. So that's the reason I'm showing you. Yeah. So initiatives of government for development of Ayurveda. So you have to remember, see, Ahar Kranti mission. Now when you see this, usually you won't think that it is Ayurvedic, because you'll think that it is something related to food, and the first option will be related to food only. Understood? So Ahar Kranti. Now tell me one line to remember that Ahar Kranti belongs to Ayurveda. Think. Ayurveda emphasizes on eating dinner before 7 o'clock. So Ahar Kranti is for Ayurveda. Ayurveda Aharam. Okay. Online students, Sabar, Ayurveda teaches us to have healthy ahar, then we can strive for Kranti. Okay. Nice. So yes, now you remember, right? So Ahar Kranti is for Ayurveda. You can remember anyhow, the way Chandana has said, the way Ganesh has said, or the way Zabar has said. Harika says, life, Ayu is wow. Aha in Telugu. I didn't understand this, Harika. Aha in Telugu. Oh, wow in Telugu. Acha, so Harika interpreted this way. Aha means aha, wow. So aha, ayu, life is wow. Remember it like life is wow. So life is ayu, Ayurveda is wow. So Ayurveda is aha, so ahar. How innovatively you are giving me. Sakshi says indigenous Ayurveda medicines doing Kranti in medicine domain. Don't you think this is a little complicated, Sakshi? We are making it easier, right? So let's make it easier. Indigenous Ayurveda medicines doing Kranti. So Deepthi, need ahar to live. Ayu life, see? Need ahar to live, which is Ayu. Okay? You can remember it like this. Yeah. So now comes the National Commission for Indian System of Medicine, about which we have discussed, right? Yeah. So now what is this commission? Yeah. We are also going to put up a separate heading in our book by talking about statutory laws or statutory laws. I mean statutory, okay, bodies. Okay. So we have some aspects which are formed by the recommendation of some commissions, but some by the acts of parliament. So we are going to mention those acts also under that page. So this particular thing of National Commission for Indian System of Medicine is was formed. It is a statutory body formed under the same act, same name act in the year 2021. Okay, remember that this was formed in the year 2021. Okay, yeah. So it's statutory body. Remember the year. We are going to emphasize on the year as well as the number. So 29 members appointed by the central government. Okay, National Commission for Medicine, Indian System of Medicine by this. Background of this. So earlier this was set up under Indian Medical Central Council Act of 1970. But later this was replaced by the recent act of 2021. So earlier it was in 1970 act. Now it is 2021. Okay. Yeah, the second article, that is enough for that particular article. You need not get into depth. If at all we have anything to analyze also, I have given a separate information in the file where we are going to analyze it also. Okay. Yes, this is 5 agricultural products get GI tag. Now GI tags are always important because there is more probability for GI tags question to be asked in UPSC prelims. Okay. Yes. Now see here, I have given the place here only. Now why I took this in green color? Green color? Then just now you told me that I was using blue. Okay, I'll tell you tomorrow. Okay, so 5 agriculture products of Kerala were given the GI tag. Now obviously the common question, what is GI tag? Geological indication. Geographical indication. Even this also is confusing to students, you know. They'll not know the meaning of, they'll not know the full form of G. Geological, geographical, then? Okay, yeah. So, GI tags, yes, tell me online students, what are GI tags? Only patent, right? So what are patents then? So can we say GIs and patents are same?
It is recognition given to the particular product. And that certifying its origin, place of origin.
Place of origin. Okay.
Only so it gets authenticity.
Okay.
Even if it is duped, the similar product is made, but through that barcode or the trademark, we can distinguish it from the other.
Okay, so it's simple that it is geographical origin of a particular region. Okay, so when these particular 5 products are given the GI tag from Kerala, it means they originated from the regions of Kerala, and usually the names are given based on the region. GI tags for marking products, yes, Ritik, given to things having a specialty of the region, yes. Sudeepti, items of process that are unique to that place and famous. Okay, why that question mark, Sudeepti? Just be confident. Okay, do we have any relation with any international organization or convention with regards to GI tag? TRIPS. Okay. Is TRIPS a convention? Huh?
World Intellectual Property Organization.
WIPO? I'm talking about, do you have any famous name of any convention which is related to GI? Think and tell me.
World WTO
GATT. GATT. You're talking about GATT. Okay. Still, I want to know the umbrella convention. No. No. Online students, Article 1 and 10 of Paris Convention. Okay, Article 1 and 10 of Paris Convention has this under IPR. The IPR part under Paris Convention deals with the GI tag. Okay, I mean this is taken from that convention. And when you talk about TRIPS, you were talking about TRIPS, right? It is Article 22 and 24 of TRIPS. So these articles may be asked in your prelims. Okay, yeah. So, okay, we talked about GA tag. Now, yes, now let us see. See, some South Indian names are difficult to remember. Even for the South Indians, it is difficult to remember. Just forget about North Indians, right? Now see here, Attapadi Attukombu Avara or Avara or Avara. That is for beans. It is curved like a goat's horn with some qualities, with some features which we are going to see. So what is this? This is a variety of beans. Now how are you going to remember this? Attukombu. Remember it as Kerala comb. You should know the place also, right? Kerala comb. Now how this Kerala comb will be? Just remember the shape of the comb. And which is that vegetable which is resembling that shape? Beans. And when it is curved like a goat's horn, don't you think this is similar to a goat's horn? Just imagine it like a goat's horn. So goat's horn, comb, beans, Kerala, Kombu, Avara is beans. See, you'll definitely get Attukombu word in your prelims. Comb for Kerala. Understood? So it has some specific features where it has higher anthocyanin content, which helps in various, which is helpful against various diseases, which you can go through this. It also has higher phenolic content. So these are important. Higher anthocyanin, higher phenolic. These can be asked because you never know what UPSC comes up with. Now see this, the same first word Attapadi Tuvara red gram. Now tell me how I want to remember this. Tuvara red gram. And these are the seeds, red gram seeds with white coat. See, remember Varam is week. Tu, what is this tu? Thursday. And this is Kerala. We are talking about Kerala. So remember, in Kerala on Thursday, you are wearing a red saree with a white coat. Red saree, white coat. Red and white are usually the combination saree of Bengal. But still, remember it that way, that Tuvara, Thursday Varam, Thursday Vara, you are wearing a red saree with white coat. So this white coat is usually for red gram. Understood? Yes. So these seeds are bigger and have higher weight. So remember, you are wearing a big dress or a large dress with that saree weight is more. Okay. Next, Onattu Kara Ellu, which is sesame. Onattu Kara. Now how are you going to remember this? Kerala Onam. Now what is this? Sesame. See here, same. Now whenever you think about Onam, the first thing which gets to your mind is that cream and golden color saree of girls. Onam, right? Kerala saree. So same saree. So Onam, on the day of Onam, all the women wear same saree. Sesame. Understood? So it is an oil, and obviously, see, we have oils these days which have a lot of antioxidant properties to eliminate that obesity from us. Right? It is not fat. So it has higher antioxidant content and high content of unsaturated fat, which is essential for our good health. Next, Kantalur Vattavada Vellutulli garlic. Now how are you going to remember this? So Vellulli garlic. Okay, then what about other students who? Okay, Vellulli garlic. Now how are you going to relate it with Kerala? Vellulli, Telugu students. Okay, Hindi students. Vellulli is garlic. Vellulli is the Telugu word for garlic. Huh? White. Okay. So again, white saree for Kerala. Okay. Kantara, which is the original language? What is the original language of Kantara movie? Malayalam.
Kannada.
It is Kannada only. Ma'am, I can't even pronounce these words. That's why, Hrithik, don't pronounce these words. Just remember Onam. Just remember sesame. Onam, sesame. It is sounding rhyming words. Onam, sesame. Okay. Tuvara, Thursday Vara. Then on Thursday Vara, you are wearing the dress. So don't remember these words, Hrithik. That's why I'm here to help you. I'm here, no fear. Yeah, so Kantalur, Vattavada, Vellutulli. Telugu students, this is okay, but what about this? So Kantara, just remember that Kantalur is not Kantara, which is not Canada, but Kerala. So Kantalur is not the Uru village of Karnataka, but Kerala. Or if you want to remember this as garlic, you can remember Kantalur, Kerala Gar. Kerala. So Kantalur is a village in Kerala. And garlic is Gar, Kerala Gar. Okay, so remember Kantalur, Kantara is Karnataka. This is not Karnataka but Kerala. Right? So it has a lot of these aspects. Then one more thing. Kodangalur, Pottu Vellari, Snap Melon. Snap. We don't have Thanos here to remember it as snapping. Kodangalur, Pottu Vellari, Snap Melon. Sakshi, I want you to come up with something for this. Don't remember the name, Hrithik. And you also try to come up with something to remember this. Kodangalur, Pottu Vellari, Snap Melon. Kerala mein snap kar dunga. Snap. Kerala mein. You have to remember the place also. Take a snap of a pot. Okay, Harika says take a snap of a pot. Okay, Harika. And in Kerala, take a snap of a Kerala pot. Okay, this is how you can remember this. And see here, harvested in summer, snap, melon, S. So summer, high amount of vitamin C. C, snap. It is sounding like snap, right? C, snap. So vitamin C. So you need not get confused if it is vitamin A or D or anything of this sort. So C, snap, C. It is sounding like C. So it is vitamin C. Next, yeah, this is about the other aspects, the information about GI tags. Paris Convention, I told you. Yeah, we have an act in India which is Geographical Indications of Goods Act of 99. So remember the year. Yeah, see here, I'm also going to highlight these words, can or cannot. So what is this? Once a product gets this tag, any person or company cannot sell a similar item under that name. Cannot sell a similar item. Okay, under that name. So validity for a period of 10 years. Please remember this. Now tell me, GI 10. GI 10. How are you going to remember this? How will you remember the number 10? G10. G20? You won't be confused in the exam hall? Then you will be confused. Okay, Sakshi says storing melon in a pot. Yes, Sakshi. So storing melon in a Kerala pot. Sudeepti, GI in Ulta looks like 1 and O, 1 and 0, so 10. GI in Ulta. I didn't understand. GI in Ulta. 1, 10. How? Like this? Okay, remember it like that. Acha. Jahnavi says it looks. Jahnavi, you are responding so long, Jahnavi. I didn't receive any of your responses. This is your first response. Why? I looks like 1 in 10. Okay, fine. Yeah, I looks like 1. So you won't be confused with G20 here.
GI tag and that tag you can put a number of 10.
That's why. What? You can put a number as 20 also, right? You'll be confused. So you can remember like this. GI. So I looks like 1 here. So 10. This can be done. Okay. So it's for 10 years. So benefits of GI tag, you can go through this. Yeah. Now what does it focus on? The place of origin, qualities, characteristics or reputation also. Because when this word comes up in prelims, you may think that no, it is only about the place of origin. So why should I think about reputation? Okay, but reputation also is taken into consideration. There is a clear link between the product and its original place. So if UPSC says there need not be a clear link, it is wrong. The link should be clearly established. Okay, yes. Now typically used for these products, you can go through this. And yes, this is one more interesting aspect of our magazine. I am going to give you all the separate static view about the current affairs topic. Okay, and the static view of this is the way Chandana was saying about patents. We have different types of intellectual property, which includes trademark, about the act and about what is included on a trademark, then copyright, about the act, what is included here. Okay, see here.
When we talk about the copyright aspect, it comes under the Copyright Act of, Copyright Act is 57. Yeah, 57. Now see here, copyright is for original literary, artistic and other works. Protects expression, not ideas. You have to remember this. This is an exception. So this is where UPSC will lay a trap. So it is not ideas. It is not for ideas, but for expression. Okay? Yes. Patents Act. For Patents Act, it is 20 years from the protection. Now, how are we going to remember this? Obviously, GI 10, patent not 10 but 20. Okay, so patent it is 20. This is how we are going to see the exceptions. I didn't underline this because we have already seen about GI elaborately. Plant variety, breeder's right, even this comes under IPR. Okay, plant variety, plant breeder's right also comes under IPR. It is Plant Varieties Act of 2001. Now see here, protects new plant varieties, grants rights to breeders, conditions for exploitation with consent. Now tell me, what does this statement mean? Ideas from farmers. I didn't understand, Chandana.
Farmers always had the idea of mixing the traditional knowledge.
With consent of farmers, how
farmers would have more traditional knowledge than compared to steel companies. So that knowledge shouldn't be made commercialized without consent from
Farmers.
who are breeders.
Okay, who are the actual breeders? Okay, so Deepthi says if the breeder agrees, then others can produce in mass. True? That's what this statement means. So Deepthi is saying if the breeder agrees, then others can produce in mass. So it just gives some, this particular this act gives some conditions for exploitation. That means the way all of you had said, you can use those products, but with the consent of the original owner. Okay, so this you have to focus. It is not without consent, it is with consent, and conditions for exploitation is there. It is permitted, but with consent. Okay, now you should not feel that how can they be exploited, because it is similar to patent tax, it is similar to GI, so they should not be exploited. No, conditions for exploitation is there, but the consent should be taken. Okay, yes. Now see here, compulsory licensing under certain circumstances for public benefit. So compulsory licensing will be given only for certain circumstances and not for all or none. Okay, yes. Industrial design is one more thing. See, for industrial design, the copyright is for 10 years. Now, how are you going to remember this? The same way, industrial I. Okay? Yeah. Layout designs, semiconductor layout design, and this is not very important. Yes. So, understood how our classes are going to be? I just wanted to show you all how our classes are going to be. So, tell me, how are they going to be in one word? Okay, from this class, all the online plus offline students, tell me in one word, how are the classes going to be from tomorrow? Interactive, effective, different, innovative, smart, smart, fun, okay, then?
Remember.
Okay, remembering purpose.
Focusing on core aspects.
Really? Am I focusing on core aspects?
More priority aspects.
No, I'm bringing in all the current affairs of the entire January 2023 magazine. Non-boring, okay.
Exhaustive.
Exhaustive.
I mean, all inclusive.
Okay, you meant it as exhaustive in the sense the matter is comprehensive.
It includes all dimensions.
Includes all dimensions. Okay. Okay. So yes, if you read current affairs like this, your revision also will be very, very interesting, and it will happen in a very less time. Right? Where is Kaiga nuclear power plant? Okay, nice, nice. All of you are following. Okay, I'll ask you one more question. What should I ask? GA tax? GA tax we have discussed just now, right? So you'll remember it very well. What is the year of National Commission for... I didn't complete the statement and you're saying 2021. Just 2021. What is that commission? Indian System of Medicine. National Commission for Indian System of Medicine. So you will not forget it, and I'm telling you, right, you have to revise this, okay? And you can undoubtedly rely on these highlighting aspects, and this material is available only for those students who are part of the program, okay? Yes. So shall we end the class for today? If you have any doubt, you can ask me after this class. Online students, any doubt? And if you want to join this program, do contact 90591 90571.